Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hello and welcome to Share Talk. Today I'm joined once again by Colin, who's Executive Chairman at Xtract Resources. How are you today, Colin?
I'm very good, thank you, Zach. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You just released some news regarding Xtract, latest results. What's going on there at the moment?
Yeah, well, they were our quarterly results, and they tell you that we're going along typically as we have been going along swimmingly in our regular alluvials, which have been going for about 2.5, 3 years now. We produced those results, and our cost per ounce is down. Our overall production is slightly up, and I'm happy about there seems to be a stability and a normality around the present alluvial operation.
Right, and in terms of Manika, which is like a flagship for you, what's going on there at the moment?
Well, it's all happening there. I guess we've been a bit quiet on that, Zach, and I think the first things we should talk about is those peripheral. I call them peripherals, call them satellites, if you like. But Guy Fawkes is a nice satellite at 1.1 million tons. Well, our contractors there, the Chinese contractors there, they're establishing an entry. They call them adits. It's an entrance at the lowest possible level the topography will allow. That allows them to get underneath the ore body, and they've started. And of course, they will pick up the the alluvials, Zach. You mine as much as you possibly can because the grade is quite low to get as much gold as you can. Now, obviously, the people who are working the hard rock, the principles are exactly the opposite. You mine as little as you can to get as much as you can. So they've got the reef. They're on reef, and that reef can be anywhere between 2 and 7 grams, and a little bit higher sometimes, and certainly not much lower. And so they will mine as tight as they can to deliver to the plant a nice material which has not got much waste with it and which has got good grades of gold, and so that's started. The clear of the top up there, they think they may get some open cast contribution, big root from the top. The plant's in place, and I think we'll get some production from that during December. A little, it's the start up and getting everything going, and we'll flow into some nice production there in the new year. The alternative, the second concession, that's going swimmingly. I've used that word twice now, swimmingly, but I think it's a good word. That the camp's erected. That means the guys have got somewhere to stay. The bulldozers are there. They've cleared up. They're clearing now the overburden. They've started stripping the overburden, and they're on the way down to the gravels. So we may get some production, should get some production this week from there. And of course, then there's the big project, the Fairbride project. They're up and running. They're doing the tailings dam of the probably $10 million, which will $10 million, $12 million, which will be spent there. 2 or 3 of it will be spent on the tailings dam. So that's a big earthworks program. That's underway nicely. Starting to strip the overburden because, of course, you need ore in advance of the plant. And the earthworks have started. And then down in South Africa, fabrication is finishing. And when everything's ready for them in South Africa, the border now is not the problem it might have been in the past. We'll be building the plant. And not when we wanted it to be running, but I'm looking forward to our 100 kilograms a month. It's going to be a nice operation, and that's going to be during the towards the second half of the second part of the first, the latter part of the first half. So, all in all, looking quite good, and of course, that will see us as we get to Fairbride a gradual build up in gold production. January, February, March, whilst we're getting up towards Fairbride. And all of those operations should hang on until continue for the rest of the year. So we should enjoy total contribution from total sources for the rest of the year. And then I guess that as we get to 2022, a couple of them will, but when we get to 2022, Guy Fawkes will continue for maybe 4 or 5 years. But then the old alluvials will probably wind down a little bit, and so, the new alluvials as well. So we'll be on steady state for 4 or 5 years of Fairbride and Guy Fawkes. So really looking forward to those times, Zach.
So basically Africa up and running across the board. But what about Australia? Because obviously that's been in a boom this year, and people are very excited about it. Analogous stocks have gone up a lot on the London market. How are you doing there in Australia?
Well, I mean, you've seen, some of the comments which were coming out at the moment about copper. I mean, that Goldman Sachs story last night was one of the most bullish stories I've ever seen from one of the major investment banks. It was sort of no doubt about it at all where the prices are coming from. And to a man now, we're talking $9,000 a ton copper in a couple of years' time. And we look at the prices we're seeing now. So you can imagine how we feel at Xtract. With a great big porphyry like we've got drill holes in it. We've got 77 million tons of ore. I think we've got about 300,000 tons of contained copper. It's JORC 2012. And we're going to put some pictures out on the webpage and a separate, so the shareholders and the public can actually see what we're intending to do. But we're drilling a long hole down this porphyry, and the gold grade went up, and so did the copper grade. And as they got deeper, and this hole, Zach, it takes a bit of thinking about, but this hole could be 1,000 meters long, 1,000 meters long, and this porphyry could be 250 meters wide. And as you know, we've got a buyback from Anglo, and they can buy 80% of it back on an independent assessment. So who wouldn't be excited in a rising copper market to drill in a hole which is extremely long in a district where most of the share prices have gone up by a multiple of 4 to 6 to 8. And it's the host of one of the world's biggest gold mines, operated by Newcrest. So we had to do a bit of thinking about going to Australia, but I'm really glad we did. And, I made no secret a year ago what I thought of copper, Zach, and there were people who, including myself, who said, do you really want to go to Australia? And we're glad we did. Boy, are we glad we did, because we've got a really good situation. Of course, we've got this porphyry, we've got another porphyry, we've got 3 epithermal gold situations which can be bought back by Anglo. So we're starting this weekend. The wheels will start turning the drill this weekend, and we want to buy by the 24th of December. And I think we'll be on target, because it'll be double shifted. We're not single shifted. We're not playing about. This will be double shifted. We'll be able to tell the market. We'll be able to show the market the call. We'll take XRS readings in a proper way, because we don't want the market waiting until February, March, April next year to find out what the grade was. And so it's sit on the edge of your seats. I'm very excited for when this drill starts turning. First 50 meters might, be barren, and then I think we get into, the signs are that we should get into the mineralization, and hopefully very exciting times for the board, for the managers, for the employees, and for our shareholders. In what I'm rather hoping will be a transformational project for Xtract, and will be one of the better copper situations on the AIM market.
So basically something to look forward to for Christmas, hopefully for Xtract shareholders. And as you said, analogous companies seem to have seen their shares rush higher. Hopefully you'll be the last domino to rise. Is that right?
That's what I'm thinking. Of course, we're the first UK company, but Australia's already seen it, all around in that what they call the Lachlan trend. So Australian companies have already had their, not already had, that makes it historical, or already enjoying the experience. I rather hope the AIM market now will see a company invested in a key Australian copper belt, and we'll see similar results to what they're seeing.
Colin Bird, Executive Chairman at Xtract Resources, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts.